Gordon Brown. You were quoted this morning saying, how on earth you can't have Gordon Brown squatting in number 10 just because of the irrational voting system. That's in the case of a hung parliament. What do you mean by squatting in number 10?
Well, what I meant was, and if you read the interview, I think it's fully reflected in it, that there are now indications that Labour might come third in terms of the number of people voting for the different parties. What I'm saying is, it seems to me that it's just preposterous, right, the idea that if a party comes third in terms of the number of votes, it still has somehow the right to carry on squatting in number 10 and continue to lay claim to having the Prime Minister of the country.
This is very important because in the past you haven't said whether the number of votes or the number of seats was most important to you. Now you've come off that fence, you're saying the number of votes.
No, I'm talking about two different things. No, that's not right. That's not right.
If Labour come third in the popular vote, Gordon Brown can't stay in number 10.
You're confusing two things, Andrew. What I've said in the past, which is that I think a party which has got the most votes and seats, which in other words has got the strongest mandate, but without an absolute majority, has got the right to seek to form the government. What I'm saying here is pointing at a very, very irrational possible outcome of our potty electoral system, which is that a party that has spectacularly lost the election because fewer and fewer people are voting for it than any other party could nonetheless, according to constitutional tradition and convention, still lay claim to providing the Prime Minister of the country.
So let's be crystal clear on this.
By the way, I mean, ask Gordon Brown this, but I'm assuming he would also accept that would be a very irrational outcome.
Well, let's just be crystal clear about it. Let's suppose the outcome is that Labour lose the election in terms of number of votes cast around the country, but because of the electoral system, have the largest number of MPs in a hung parliament. You would not support Gordon Brown remaining as Prime Minister under those circumstances, and you would not go into any kind of relationship with Gordon Brown which would allow him to stay Prime Minister.
Absolutely. I think a party which has come third, and so millions of people have decided to abandon, has lost the election spectacularly, cannot then lay claim to providing the Prime Minister of this country.